Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, from wherever you are joining. Thank you so much, vBrownBag, for giving me this opportunity to talk about ransomware attacks and designing a strategy around recoverability of data. My name is Anay Pathak, and I am an advisory consultant with Dell Technologies. In this session, we discuss how security can be positioned to help accelerate innovation by helping streamline processes when taking advantage of the consolidation of security and infrastructure. Here at Dell Technologies, we believe security has to be pervasive, seamless, and invisible in order to accomplish this goal. During an organization's transformation, they face a possibly new facet of risk to their business, digital risk. What is digital risk? Generally speaking, it is the unwanted and often unexpected outcome that stem from digital transformation, digital business processes, and the adoption of related technologies. There are two sides to this, a positive side and a negative side. The positive side of digital risk is that the organization is accelerating innovation by leveraging existing technology and adopting emerging technologies to deliver immersive and engaging content, activities, and experiences. The negative side is you are opening yourself up to the ever expanding attack surface and the unknown attack vectors and vulnerabilities that may exist in these technologies and the applications you are developing. Organizations depend more than ever on digital business, operations, and digital products and services, all of which offer an infinite number of corners for risk to hide. There are some clear requirements for successfully solving these problems. Centralized analytics that examine how tons of millions of endpoints and workloads are used, flexible, automated, preventive actions to block behavior that's wrong in your organization, even if it is right somewhere else. Ongoing intelligence on both malicious attacker and legitimate application behavior to clearly highlight the gray between two of them. Open APIs and bidirectional integration to align with the broader security ecosystem. And all of this needs to be available from a single console and single agent. So IT and security can have that shared growth. Cyber attacks are becoming more sophisticated, and it's not a matter of if, but when you will be faced with such an attack. Data is driving current digital transformation. Data has immense value, offers insights and transfers leverage. And data is also everywhere on network, on mobile devices, in transit. Inadequate protection of critical data also leads to cybercrime and cyber warfare are prevailing in current society and driving ransomware attacks which are motivated due to different motivations. Cyber recovery is enable of the security transformation, right? So in the modern threats, what we see that there is a need to recover the data and make it available in case your production is compromised. And that's where we feel it is an enabler for the security transformation. We see that there is coordination of sophisticated cybercrime groups happening in today's world. The criminals are becoming more organized, innovative, and bold. And we have VMware blogs talking about it. I would encourage you to go through it. Recent attack on global companies like Garmin and United Health System have cost billions in lost revenue and can leave ongoing negative effects with damaged reputation and lack of shareholder confidence. Increasingly, we also see local, state, and federal government are dying to sophisticated attack that impact public services and effectively can put a city, state, or an entire country out of business for a time being. And also in late 2020, We saw solar winds and as many as 18,000 public and private sector organizations and government agencies across the globe fall victim to the broadest, most sophisticated supply chain attack in the history, allegedly planned and executed by a nation state. Cyber threats, there are some facts which I want to show in this slide, which covers cyber threats of 2021, where we talk about an attack happening every 11 seconds. It was 39 seconds until last year, but now with billions of connected devices, it is 11 seconds. An attack is happening somewhere. If you see these numbers, these are shocking when it comes to 86% of the breaches are financially motivated, 48% of the breaches involve small businesses, and the amount of revenue loss which can happen in banking, utilities, software, automotive, insurance, all the industries are affected by it. So we need to look at all these industries, and healthcare being the prime focus in current new normal. I think healthcare is also prone to a lot of attacks where ransomware attackers are trying to encrypt the data and asking ransom to get your data back. And there is no guarantee, even if you pay the ransom, you'll get the data back. To help provide context around where a cyber recovery solution fits into the overall security and cyber resilience strategy, let's start with a standard definition. We are using the NIST cybersecurity framework for reference. Resilience means the ability to prepare for and adapt to changing conditions and withstand and recover rapidly from disruptions. Resilience includes the ability to withstand and recover from deliberate attacks, accidents, or naturally occurring threats or incidents. In our digital world, with its reliance on data and real-time access on any device from any location, it is difficult to be resilient based upon non-technology capabilities. In short, cyber resilience is a strategy that incorporates people, process, and technology into a holistic framework that protects an entire business, organization, or entity. Cyber recovery is a component of an overall cyber resilience strategy. Cyber recovery distinguishes itself from a traditional backup and disaster in several ways. As per our perspective, disaster recovery is part of your BCP planning. We would also like cyber recovery should be part of all the business continuity planning which we do with the business. Cyber recovery provides additional layer of physical and logical security at both the solution, system, and data file level to ensure critical data can be preserved with integrity, confidentiality, and to ensure it is available when needed for recovery. Cyber recovery is focused upon protecting critical data from cyber threats and away from the attack surface, and then enable the recovery of that data from an isolated environment when and if necessary. Cyber recovery solution is built around 3 I's, which is isolation, immutability, and intelligence. These are heart of the overall solution, where we need to ensure that there is isolation at all the level, both physical as well as logical. The data should not be connected, and we need to create a vault where you are not always connected to the outside world. Immutability talks about creating a copy of data which is immutable both at the software as well as the hardware level. You might have to do NTP hardening, make sure that your data cannot be deleted once it is written to a device, and giving you true immutability both at software and hardware level. Last but not the least, intelligence. You should have AI/ML enabled tools to finally identify if there is something wrong which has happened in the production, if there is a malicious activity, if there is a worm which is in the production, which has come inside the vault, so that you can raise an alarm with the security monitoring team that there is something wrong in the production, and isolate that environment, that server, that user from where we are seeing this malicious activities coming in. So intelligence would basically tell you, even before that worm is activated, how to stop it, and also how you can recover from last available good copy of data which you have inside the vault. Dell Technologies take proud in being the number one when it comes to cyber recovery and data protection leadership. We started in 2015 with isolated recovery solution, and now in 2021 we are also talking about having the cyber recovery solution in a multi-cloud world. We have 750 plus cyber recovery customers already. And when we talk about cyber recovery, we talk about having it on-premise, which is near to your data center, in a multi-cloud world where we partner with Faction and provide you cyber recovery vault in AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. And we also have done a lot of innovation to provide you cyber recovery vault in AWS. For rapid deployments with flexible recovery options, PowerProtect Recovery for AWS provides an isolated data center environment disconnected from corporate or backup networks and managed separately through a restricted access clearance. It is similar to the on-premise solution. However, it provides physical isolation with the AWS cloud for the vault's location. We will continue to expand the way we can deliver PowerProtect cyber recovery in more flexible options and services. So please stay tuned for the same. Dell Endpoint Security protects the end user workspace from threats, allowing for productivity anywhere. Cybercrime is evolving and the threat landscape has become complex, meaning that you need to stay ahead of the curve and keep your endpoints protected. What is Safe BIOS? Dell maintains a protected image of host to verify BIOS integrity, giving visibility to planned changes and using a dedicated security chip. Should the BIOS get corrupted or tampered with, Dell gives customers flexible reimage options as opposed to simply pushing a refresh without prior approval. We spoke in length about protecting the endpoint, which is an important start. New attacks are on the rise, and it is important to have a holistic approach. And that is where we have to optimize data protection with Dell PowerProtect portfolio, giving you self-service, SaaS-based management, and to add on PowerProtect Cyber Recovery for a last line of defense. Only PowerProtect Cyber Recovery combines multiple layers of protection and security into a turnkey solution to provide the maximum protection for critical data. The Dell Technologies data protection portfolio supports your distributed workforce and gives organization a way to be proactive about ensuring that their cybersecurity, data protection, and compliance solutions are up to date. You should reach out to us. We have different options around assessing, planning, learning, and innovating. You have to see the modern security solutions for IT resiliency, which we have co-developed as Dell Technologies and VMware, and there is a link for the assessment as well. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Have a good day ahead.